Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome to PolyHack 2022, the panel talk section. Today's panel talk section will be about smart city and fintech. PolyHack is a virtual international hackathon, which is held by Google Developer Student Club at Poly session. It is fully student initiated and fully student run hackathon. Today, we are very happy to have our panel guest speakers on board to share their latest insights about their industry. We have Vivian Lam, the founder of Lober, German Chen, the business director of Elephant Guard, Sarah Tan, the co-founder of Nova Learn, Vanessa Wong, the founder of Crafty, and finally, we also have Wilson Chen, the founder of Panic Essential InsurTech, and I'm the panel host of today, Declan. So let's get started. For today's event rundown, we will split it into 3 sessions. The first session would be led by our guest speakers. They will have their 10-minute sharing sessions, one by one, to share about their company or the projects that they're currently working on. And for the second session, we'll have the fire chat session for our guest speakers to discuss with our given topics and questions. Finally, we'll also have our Q&A sessions for participants to raise questions. And then, as a host, I will help pick some featured questions to ask specific guests. Okay, so here comes with our first speaker, Vivian Lam. She's the CEO and founder of Lober. Lober is the new age tech, focusing on simple UX UI suitable for the elderly and built-in voice recognition to activate location of pickup and drop-off booking for those who struggle in typing on device with fast customized matching. Their service includes a one-stop customized matching for ride sharing that is wheelchair friendly, wheelchair rental, and also hiring a door-to-door carer to assist with on and off movements during the commute. So Vivian, are you ready?
Yes, sorry, forgot to unmute myself. Yes.
Okay, do you have any slides to share, or I can just?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Then I stop share right now.
Thank you, Declan. So, can everyone see my screen? Just wondering. Yay. Okay, great. Well, thank you for everyone's time today. It's a real honor to be invited here by PolyHack. And I guess, I'm here to actually tell everyone that I believe that in 5 years' time, 80% of Hong Kong's elderly population will be actively using a smartphone to book services and also regain independent living. And that's who we are. We're a door-to-door booking service for the elderly. Now, I know most of you guys probably know who he is already, but I'm just going to be devil's advocate and still do it. So here we are. That's right. Most people think that will know him as the king of gamblers or a billionaire, a successful businessman, almost the ruler of Macau for some time, in his prime, in his 45 years old. Then if you fast forward a few decades forward, that's him again. And that's him being frail, wheelchair bounded, unable to speak, and pretty much required a carer until his death. So the moral of the story is that everyone will grow old, no matter how successful you are. And they will, I will, and also you will. But did you know that over 18% of Hong Kong's population today is actually over 65 years old? And that's 1.3 million people. Take a look into the global side. 727 million people actually over 65 years old. And that's actually projected to reach 1.5 billion by 2050. So that's not actually very far away. Yet, we're such an aging population, but we still haven't been able to really tackle some of the most simple challenges through technology for this community. A lot of I had a friend who actually came to me after when he found out that I was doing Lober or kickstarting this project. He's like, oh, Viv, why bother? Old people don't really know how to use technology. You're wasting your time. And, I had a thought about it. maybe if it was 20 years ago, someone made that statement, there's some validity to that. But if we take a look at this, this is the smartphone penetration rate in Hong Kong last year. And if you look at 65 years and above, an average of 70% is actively using a smartphone now. But more interestingly is if you look at the what I call the next generation golden age, 55 to 64 years old, that's over 97% penetration on a daily basis. So I beg to differ. But here we are. We're still at square one, where we haven't solved some of the most simple challenges. I don't know how many of you guys have experienced this, with your grandparents or your parents. But every single day there are countless of cases of people being rejected in Hong Kong because they're on a wheelchair, or they can't walk, or they're taking too slow to get into the taxi. And that's why we're here. Loba is an application that provides a door-to-door seamless booking service for the elderly. Where our services, as what Declan has mentioned beforehand, we cover off ride sharing, care assistance, and wheelchair rentals with just a simple touch of an app. So we've actually built a very, very simple MVP for the time being to really collect user data and insights to really fine-tune our whole booking process and really understand the needs of our users. And what we've come to really understand and realize is that, after they use the service, they're actually quite comfortable and their loyalty is really, really high. So that's why we're actually currently building Loba 2.0, where we're actually integrating an AI backend system, where we're capturing and predicting the habits of the elderlies, such as their travel peak times, their traffic conditions, locations, and also using their user data, such as their health requirements, their age, gender, weight, to really understand their carer and wheelchair needs, and also fast track the whole booking system. Besides that, we also have built-in voice recognition, where we want to make the whole process seamless. And so there's no more physical data typing or input. And we're also integrating with, Hong Kong's most popular payment gateway, Octopus Card, and also WeChat Pay, in addition to, the regular credit cards. So that the elderlies, with all the government incentives and subsidies that's coming out, they don't need to worry how to use it. We're there. We're helping them already. Unlike our competitors, where, they're still heavily reliant on manual data input, and they're using Excel spreadsheets. And I actually know a competitor, which I think soon to be, our partner, where they lost years of booking data because they accidentally deleted the sheet. And I think in addition to that, a lot of their user experience is not seamless, and they don't actually still have a payment solution or an easy payment solution. So, I talk about our channels, I talk about elderly people and connecting with the community, but definitely we're not only looking into elderlies, we also touch into other communities such as disabilities and people of need. And in addition to that, we also have our corporate contracts, where we're helping companies to also use this service. We're starting in Hong Kong right now, but our next step is also going to be reaching out to Greater Bay Area once we've launched Loba 2.0, and therefore we're really looking into launching into Greater China. And I guess our total addressable market, if we look into just China itself, in 2020, the whole elderly care device market is actually at 1.06 trillion USD dollars. And even just looking at Hong Kong in 2020, that market was at 6.3 billion USD dollars. So for us, our goal is to really reach 1 million users within the 5 years' time. I'm not going to bore you guys too much about the team, but I think the most important part about this was that we're not coming in here just trying our luck. We've been talking quite oftenly with people who's in the industry, which is like the Australian Nursing Home Foundation, where we're working very closely with them to really understand all the requirements, the sensitivity, and what are the challenges that they are aware of. So, that's really us, Loba. I always think that we're so busy running around, planning our lives, for our present self, running around being busy, living our lives, but we forget to plan ahead for ourselves. And Loba's vision is actually to not only tackle the mobility issue, but we really want to expand to areas such as food, nursing home, even just normal communications for the elderly. So we really want to be a one-stop shop, like a platform for all of them, almost like a WeChat. And I think, with Loba, I really hope to reshape the fear of aging and extend our independent living because everyone grows old, including you. So thank you.
Okay, thank you for the sharing from Vivian. Okay, so for now, we will move on to the next speaker. Our next speaker is Jamin Chen, the Business Development Director of Elephant Guard Limited. Elephant Guard is a subsidiary of Tokfulam Development Company Limited, focuses on the creation of smart buildings and smart homes with cutting-edge cloud and IoT technologies. Their human-centric customized solutions have consistently evolved with property development and management needs. German founded Vanguard Cube in 2009, one of the first companies integrating smartphone and IoT concept into smart home technology, combining his experience in audiovisual and digital networking system. German founded Control Free in 2015, a company under the Hong Kong Science Park Incubation Program. He developed a cloud-based IoT software and app that connects more than 1,000 of devices to their users anywhere through a single platform. So here you go, Chairman.
All right, thank you, Declan. And well, I didn't expect that detailed introduction, so I probably can skip a couple of first slides of my.
Oh, of course, yeah, you can start sharing your slides first. Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, so everybody can see it. Okay, so yep, I'm German from EVG at Vanguard. And so thank you very much for inviting us to give a brief speech here in this PolyHack. So at EVG, we help our customers to digitally transform their space into smart homes, smart workplaces, and smart buildings. So first of all, we'll echo to the topic of the theme of today. What is smart city? So from our perspective, smart city is actually a combination of a lot of infrastructure in the city, in the society, and majority of them is buildings. So we start looking into the buildings of a city. And we found that, well, in terms of building, there's a lot of components in a building. So first of all, smart home, I mean your home, your workplace, the school campus, everything is a building block of a building. And then we see a lot of building there. And then we combine all the buildings, it becomes the city. So if we talk about smart city, we need to understand these building blocks. So in order to make a city smart, we need to start from scratch. Start from the very, very small spaces. That is your home, your office, your campus, whatever spaces you're living, you're working with every day. And very unfortunately, most of the smart spaces, the spaces, the buildings in Hong Kong are disconnected. They are what we call the dumb buildings. They are not smart at all. And that is the biggest challenge in Hong Kong, in almost every cities over the world, because those existing buildings, the dumb buildings, they are actually occupying more than 70–80% of the buildings in your city, and they are all disconnected. With such a big number of dumb buildings, how can you, make a city smart? And that is the biggest challenge of every cities over the world. So we need to make the disconnected city, disconnected building, connected to the internet, connect to the grid, and we can build the smart city. And there is another challenge is that, okay, so first we have people understand the technology, the IoT very well nowadays, and they're super good. There are a lot of them in Hong Kong, over the world. And on the other hand, we have a lot of people who have a lot of property management know-hows, and they in this property management for years, a lot of experience. They understand the building structure, the building systems very well. However, we do not have a combination of both. That is the biggest challenge. Well, the IT guy, they understand the program, they understand the IoT technology, but they don't understand the pinpoint of a property management office. On the other hand, the property management guy, the facility management guy, they are very hands-on, but they have little or even no knowledge about the technology nowadays. What is the cloud technology? What is IoT technology? They have no idea. So in EVG, we bring both components together and we make it a PropTech. So, well, PropTech, this term is quite broad because you're talking, different facility management apps, software, room booking softwares, which is also called PropTech. And at EVG, we focus PropTech in terms of IoT services. So our vision is to shape a better Asia with our smart PropTech. And by doing that, we provide a 4-step digital transformation for our customers. First of all, we need to understand how you would like to transform your space to a smart space. And we need to understand your user behavior. We help you to decide the whole process, the final deliverables from the first step. And then we will help you to integrate and develop the whole space-specific solutions. For example, we will provide different technology, different solution, different software according to your building, to your office. Because a lot of existing building, they don't really have the Wi-Fi, the broadband, the cable, or even the power supply inside your building to put down the sensor, the controller, the network switch, whatever. So they really have nothing there. So in this case, how can we connect the building, connect the system to the internet to become a smart building? So then we have the third step, which is we help them to filter, to screen out the most appropriate software, hardware, the sensor, or the application. Sometimes it's cloud-based, sometimes it's on-premises based. So we help them to select the most appropriate solution for them. And then the final step is help the user to optimize their operations. This is all about optimization, because with optimization, you can save your energy in your building. You can save the time, the labor to manage to monitor the performance of your building. So that is the 4th step of digital transformation. And at EVG, we have developed in-house different tools to help people, to help our customers to do this transformation. First, we have developed our own cloud solution, which is a platform, open IoT platform, which you can plug different IoT devices onto this software, and then you can connect everything onto the cloud. And then we have our smart hub solution, which is very important because you have the dumb buildings, you have limited connectivity, then we have a hub there to connect your disconnected things onto the cloud. this is a very important, like a postman in your building. And then we have the mobile app, the web-based dashboard, which is the very common user interface. So behind those technology we develop, when we talk about transforming a space into a smart spaces, actually what we're trying to do is just simply connect the sensor to the facilities. We can draw a line straight to the between sensor and facility. We use different sensors to monitor your building, to help you to automate your building, to make it to save your labor, to save your costs, to save your energy. However, it is very difficult to draw a line strictly between them, because you have to go down to other blocks down there. You have to understand different protocols to connect different things, different devices, different IoT things, and then they have different connectivities. They have Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or something you never heard about, like Zigbee, LoRaWAN, NB-IoT. That is a lot of technology. We need to see which connectivity, which signal is best for each application, and then we need to process the data. Yeah, and then we need that data to do the automation, because you need to see what is the result from the sensor, from your meter, and then you can, based on your user behavior, you can set up your strategic automation plan. Then you can control your building, your devices, or the people inside there, how they utilize the facilities. And then you can draw a line between sensors and facility. So this is the whole process of the IoT implementation we provide to our customers. All right, so a lot of deep tech information. So I'm gonna stop here. So if you want to understand more about our service, our technology, please feel free to ping me. And last but not least, we are hiring. So well, we do need a lot of tech people to join our team. So if you know someone, or if you're interested in mobile app developer, full stack, or backend, just drop an email to info@evg.hk, or just contact me directly. Thank you.
Thank you, German, for the sharing, and also for the recruitment opportunities for our PolyHack participants. Yeah. Okay, so I guess you can stop sharing for now. Thank you. Okay, so for now, we will have our first speaker, who is Sarah Tan. Sarah is the CEO and co-founder of NovaLearn. NovaLearn is a social edutainment platform for K-6 where kids can learn everything they need to be anything they want. I know it's kind of a little bit brief, but I would like to, give the opportunities for Sarah to explain more. I know it's not just about this, but there's somehow of a huge concept behind of that. So I will leave the time for Sarah to explain a little bit more. Yeah, Sarah, it's your stage now.
Thank you, Declan. Okay, let me share my screen and the audio. All right, thank you for having us.
Sorry to interrupt, because for now we can't see your slides. But you share your laptop screen. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you see this now?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you everyone. Thank you, Declan, for having us here. So today I will briefly share about NovaLearn and also a little bit of my background about myself. I enjoy building products and teams. So some of my startup engagement stories, I founded a full stack food delivery startup in Malaysia. And prior to that, I was also a part of the founding team of an edtech company in Shenzhen, where we brought VR, AR to schools across China. And now building NovaLearn, a social edutainment platform where kids can learn everything they need to be anything they want. Okay, let me introduce what NovaLearn is. Okay, so the big why are we doing this? With our core team's experience of more than 20 years in the education industry and working with schools, we see an educational gap and we aspire to bridge that gap to build future leaders who are problem solvers, collaborators, creative thinkers through a quality, certified, and affordable learning platform. Okay, the how. So with the passion and expertise of our core team, teachers, and vetted specialists, we combine edutainment and gamification over these 4 core pillars, which I will walk everyone through. So the first one, STEAM, anchoring on the holistic approach towards education. I'm sure everyone here is not a stranger to this word. So we shift the future of learning towards individual passion and needs by expanding on the realms of science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics. So our extensive library of supplementary learning content covers practical life skills, creativity, technology, coding, maker, language, and more. So this means that whether a child wants to be a musician, app developer, chef, or a scientist, we inspire to ignite that interest and curiosity in them with our in-studio produced videos created by our IB certified teachers and domain experts. So Novaland is a learning management tool that focuses on certified STEAM education for the K-12 is our big dream. Right now, we're focusing on K-6, like what Declan said. So with our IB certified teachers and vetted specialists that shape our courses according to the global international standards, here are the leads in our curriculum team. They are from a wide range of background, both vocationally and geographically. And next is our creative team that's led by Steven, our creative director, who has extensive experience working in the entertainment industry in LA for clients like HBO. So we're very inspired by Sesame Street and their research in how puppets create more possibilities for creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, and curiosity. So we bring that spirit of collaboration and we weave it through our creative storytelling magic that happens with our writers, editors, puppeteers, and content creators. So if you can see this yellow little creature, he is Helios. Helios is our star son, a son child. He's a son. He stars in the lessons for the ages 6 to 10, alongside the teacher as a learner, creating humor and empathy in each lesson. So I will show you a sneak peek of our Elements of Arts video.
Hello class, today we're going to look at the last element of art, which is texture. Oh,
no, now the students can't see us.
1 second. That's not right.
Yeah, this is a funny pattern.
It's a texture and it's wrapping around us like fur.
Oh no, the students still can't see us and it's itchy.
These textures are out of control. Let me see here.
Oh,
Much better.
here we go.
Oh, wow.
What?
So we try to create a little bit of humor in every
All right,
episode of
Helios.
this short video.
Now, what do you think you have in common with our toy giraffe?
Oh, we both have 2 eyes.
True, but what about the skin?
Oh, we're both fuzzy.
That's right, you both have a fuzzy texture.
Yeah.
This table has a wooden texture.
Oh yeah, it does.
Texture refers to the tactile quality of a surface. This last element of art deals with how objects feel.
So here we try to include in positive reinforcements like a warm, fuzzy feeling, which links to feelings and emotions in our other English course. Okay, now comes the other fun part. So we inject gaming into learning through a gamified learning platform that allows learners to earn points, collect gems, and social learn at the same time. As this is self-paced, students can pick up from where they left off at any time. So with inspiration from video games like Mario, and I used to play Dota during my college days. So each learning journey consists of bite-sized videos, interactive quizzes, and challenges. We make it a point as well to keep the identities of every child anonymous, and we encourage creativity as they design their own avatar on the platform. So this is just a sneak peek of the learning journey that starts from introduction and our video. Okay, diving on next, one of our uniqueness is the social learning elements to encourage collaboration and practice what the kids have learned. Our learners can upload their work and share it with their teachers and their peers. So diving in, we believe in empowering our users. We constantly listen to their feedback and requests. So here's a picture of our youngest user during a user acceptance testing session with our developers. So for our product team, it's led by Zara, Jane, and Darius, who manage our team of tech wizards. So Novaland is an innovative space where we want to reform education by enhancing teaching through technology, artificial intelligence, and using big data to analyze learning. This is just the start. And if you are, I'm writing on to what German said, and if you're interested in building this with us, we are hiring as well. Okay, going back into traction. So we beta launched in September last year. Since then, we're experiencing an organic growth in our signups from parents and students. So while keeping our content productions momentum, we have more than reaching 30 courses right now. And we have recruited more than 20 content creators. So some of our growth plans for this year are current partner schools in early adoption phases as we work out partnership plans with schools in Hong Kong. And apart from that, collaboratively, other educational providers have also reached out to us with a collaborative interest. And lastly, we believe in strategic partnerships. So some of them with different verticals like Pacific Pine Sports in China to co-create sports content, and Priesthood Academy in Hong Kong to co-create STEAM Toys educational content. So here I'll be sharing some use case of Novaland at school, where students are using our web app, which is currently accessible over the web browsers and iPad. So the Novaland app will also be ready for beta testing this August. We're all pretty excited about that. Another use case of Novaland at home shared by one of our parents. So using our social learning function, kids can see what other kids have created to inspire their imagination and get them started. Here, kids are both the learner and the teacher. And lastly, a use case of kids being creators instead of consumers after being inspired by Helio. So this is our youngest Novalia, we call them. He is going to show you now that he can make his own online video.
Dinosaurs, the herb dinosaur.
So in a nutshell, Novaland is a safe space for kids, a course creation tool for educators and professionals, a resource of after-school learning activities for schools, and an engaging platform for kids. Everything we do here at Novaland is underpinned by the spirit of collaboration, as you can see from our teams, our global team to our users. And we believe that is the way forward for the future too. Together we can achieve so much more. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. So it's really interesting to see how your company or your startup are using XR in the edtech and trying to nurture more kids to have the power to create their own contents. So it's really amazing. Okay, so here comes with our fourth speaker, who is Vanessa Wong. She is the founder of Crafty. Crafty connects independent creators with people keen to discover unique arts and design gifts, a dedicated online marketplace that eliminates the cost creators need to market their creations and reduces the amount of time people spend searching for gifts that are unique. So, Vanessa, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. So I'll leave the stage for you now.
Let me know when you see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen. Yeah, you can stand up. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I am very delighted to be here. Today, I would like to share with you a story of Karen. Like many office workers in Hong Kong, Karen has a stable 9 to 6 corporate job, a job that every parent would be very proud of, but she hated it. Her passion is to leverage her art skills to develop a series of mahjong gifts. She wanted to continue her father's dream, who was a mahjong craftsman for 40 years. Many of you might have already known mahjong as an intangible cultural heritage in Hong Kong. Back in the 70s, most of the mahjong sets you can find in the market are handcrafted by human hands. And as technology started taking over, Most of them you can find in the market are made by machine in the factory. And this is also the reason why it leads to Karen's family business closed down. And for Karen herself, despite having a very demanding job in the banking industry, it's really her mission to continue this traditional craftsmanship. Karen is now running her crafty store, which enables her to reach potential customers and turn her passion into profits without worrying about high rents or excessive marketing costs. There are many independent creators like Karen, small businesses that could not really find their way to big shopping malls, and these independent creators don't really know where to go. On the other hand, customers today are leaning towards lifestyle products that are unique rather than mass-produced goods from chain store. Think about the last time you buy a gift for a friend. Did you worry that they might already have something similar? People want to show their thoughtfulness when it comes to gifting. And here are two interesting fun facts. In a recent market research, it shows that consumers in Hong Kong spend the highest on Valentine's Day gifts amongst the globe. And consumers in Hong Kong also spend the highest on Christmas gifts across the regions. We all know that the e-commerce industry is booming, and the pandemic changes the way people live. Consumers are leaning towards a smart living lifestyles, and small businesses are looking for convenience way to move offline to online. And you can see that there is a huge gap between these independent creators and the high demand in the gift and souvenir industry. Crafty connects them and closes this gap in the market. Crafty run as an online marketplace where a diverse group of independent creators gather on a single platform that is dedicated for creative goods. Independent creators can sell their products, grow the brand, and develop a business that really fulfill their ambitions. Crafty offers a human-centric digital experience where customers can interact with the creators directly. They can follow them, give their product a thumbs up, and even order products that are fully customized based on their request whenever they want. So no more shopping places to places. Crafty launched in late 2019. We currently have a diverse and engaging groups of independent creators running their own Crafty store on Crafty, which making over 900 unique products available in the markets. We have received many positive reviews from the local communities, and many of them have specifically expressed their appreciation on the uniqueness and the originality of the products. We have also been recommended by many local media. To name a couple, we are recommended as one of the best company for mindful gifting by the Live Media Group. We are also recommended by Time Out as one of the best place to buy art and design gifts. So you can see that there is a pain in the market, and Crafty has the solutions. We have the engaging group of creators, a platform that has been running in the market, and also a group of very supportive customers. Crafty is going to change the art of gifting, change the unconscious biases of small brands, and build a local economy ecosystem that supports cultural creativity, originality, and traditional craftsmanship. Thank you. I am Vanessa Wong from Crafty. Before starting Crafty, I worked in a multinational corporation for years. I was a product trainer with S&P Global Market Intelligence, and I also spent a big part of my career in a talent role with State Street. Campus recruitment is one of the initiatives I built and run from scratch for years. So this probably gives you an idea how delighted I am to be back in a student community once again. I know we have Q&A sessions at the end, but feel free to connect me offline if you want to better understand how to get into the startup industry, how to be prepared to enter the corporate world, or even if you wanted to review your CVs, I would be very happy to do so. But for now, there's a QR code on the screen. Scan it, it will bring you to crafty.com. And I am constantly thinking how I can make Crafty even craftier. So I would love to hear your feedback. So thank you all for now.
Okay, because of Vanessa, I will, don't stop share the screen. I will allow the participants for like 5 seconds to scan the QR code. Okay, if you want to connect with Vanessa, please scan the QR code. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's fine because anyway, our recording will be uploaded to YouTube very soon. So stay tuned for our video updates. Okay, thank you, Vanessa.
Thanks, Deacon.
Maybe you can, yeah, stop sharing. Okay, thank you. So, okay, so here comes our last speaker, who is Wilson Chen. He is the director of Technic Essential InsurTech Limited. He's also the lecturer of Hong Kong Vocational Training Council. Over 30-year experience in insurance and finance industry, he has gained a lot of recognition by having a lot of licenses and certifications. So for now, I will pass the stage to our last speaker, Wilson.
Hi, good evening. Hope everyone.
Okay, I stopped sharing first. Yeah, you can share your screen.
All right. Hope everyone can hear me because of some technical issue. I'll have to talk over the phone and then share the screen on my computer. So
yeah, we can hear you.
Great. Good evening, everybody. I think I'm almost the oldest guy in here, but that's okay. IT is my new area of development. Let me see how I can square the screen.
Tag team, can you enable Wilson to share screen? Can you give him the access? Thank you.
So,
it should be okay now.
Because it's a special case for Wilson, because Wilson will use the laptop for share screen, but use the mobile phone for the
okay,
video. Yeah.
I'm not sure whether I can share it over here. Okay, then in this case, let me share the PowerPoint instead of okay, move it here. Okay, so I try to use this one to start with. Everyone can see the screen now?
Yeah.
All right. So I describe myself as a rescuer to the insured victims. We are trying to make an app, which is what we call the virtual claims manager using the mobile phone. We hope that the insured will be able to get 100% claim with trouble-free. So that is the purpose of what we are doing. And we are trying to do it more in both a virtual and physical way, because I myself actually am doing what we call the claimant adjusters, loss adjusters that handle the insurance claims. So why do I develop this app? When people try to claim insurance, at the time of the accident, actually they need immediate help. They want to try to minimize the loss or preserve evidence. And then secondly, they find out that it would be very difficult for the insured clients to track on the claim document. And they find difficulty in getting aligned with the insurance company in terms of what are the facts that happen and what will be the quantum of loss that they'll have to successfully claim from the insurance company. And then a lot of time that they find it very painful to get claim paid from the insurance company. They don't know how to bargain on it. So that's why this app is trying to help the insured clients to follow a step-by-step approach, including the recovery against the third party. And at the time of payment, they also find it quite difficult to get the payment promptly. So all these are the pain issues for the insured, and insurance company are always trying to find out the pain, the fraud. Okay, so we are trying to do, first of all, at the time of accident, using the mobile apps to teach the insured clients as what to do and what not to do at time of accident. And we will also provide immediate resources to the insured clients. Like sometimes we will have to call the lawyers. Sometimes we'll have to call the repair contractors. So all these things that insured clients would find it very difficult to find resources. So we try to use this app to help them, and also automate the claims reporting to insurance company or the broker, and try to help them to minimize the loss. And the real headache, actually, the features is to try to help the insured clients to follow up with the documentation, and also try to get all the facts, and then help them to analyze what will be the expected outcome. And more importantly is to try to link up with the insurance coverage with the claim scenarios that they are having, and then try to get some kind of automation on the car, like a car assessment or home insurance claims assessment. So this that could be done by using the AI technology. And finally, at the time of payment, so we would be then able to detect for insurance company any potential fraud from the insured clients, and also to help insurance company to predict claims. For some corporate clients, that would be good for them to know ahead what would be the risk exposure based on the past claims experience. And that will help the insured clients, especially for the corporate clients, to have good risk management in the future. So this is what we are trying to pursue. So it's quite difficult to explain the insurance market, but overall, we have an insurance company, we have the insurance clients, and generally we have the brokers or agents in the middle. We try to use common insurance claims platform, linking up all different parties. So the first stage we would like to phase out would be to approach insurance broker, help them using our insurance claims platform to do it as a claim case management. And we try to collect money on the first stage from the insurance broker using the license fee. And then on the second, actually this is almost on the second stage, we also approach the big corporate clients that they will have to pay the license fee to us, helping them to manage their insurance claims as well. But down the road, we would like to capture the big market on the insured claims money. So we try to pool different resources, whether they are contractors or medical health hospital suppliers or clinics, or even car repairer or the legal firm. We try to capture the total claim, a certain percentage on the total claim amount, and that would be the big pot of money. Okay, so this is our way of monetizing our future business potential. So how big is the market? Actually, based on the statistics, the total claim paid just for the Hong Kong market is about 25 billion Hong Kong dollar. So if we target at taking like the 10% on the total claim paid amount, that would already be 2.5 billion. That would be a good chunk of money to target at. So we take it more like a B2B approach, or B2B2C approach, rather than other startup that focus on the B2C market only. So the next page will be our core team member. why we are so confident that we are able to do it well. Actually, I have over 35 years of experience and have been the CEO for big companies like the insurance broker and insurance company. And I have been the claims adjuster since 1984. So I have all the legal background that would enable me to do and understand the risk exposure and also the management process. And we see that this is why that we are able to get the support from the insurance market to support us. And the other, we do have other team members that Anna is also an engineering doctorate candidate and have a technical consultant that help us to achieve the aim. Okay, so basically that is the core team members that we believe that we are able to convince everybody that we are able to capture the insurance market as a whole. And that's it for my presentation tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Wilson. So I believe it's really amazing because you start your very first company like 35 years ago, right? So it's really amazing that you still keep it from from the 80s and up to now. So really appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like it's really amazing because it's so hard to maintain a company in such a long period, right? So because as you know, many of the companies fail within 5 years. I mean, I think even if you maintain like even more than 5 years, it's good enough. But saying like more than a decade is really hard, right? So really appreciate. Okay, so let's continue our panel talk session. Okay, so today we're very lucky because yesterday we also have another panel talk session. However, the speakers overruns, and then we have to skip the fire chat session very sadly. But today we're very lucky that we can have the fire chat session today. Okay, so in today's fire chat session, there will be 2 set of questions or topics will be involved. So we will take turns to invite our speakers to answer or to respond to our previous speakers' answers. So let's start with our very first topic. How can smart city or fintech empower the underprivileged, either individuals or groups, to reduce inequalities? So perhaps, I guess we can start with Vivian's first, because we remember that your company logo is trying to empower the aging people, right? To help them to have a better caring during the transportation. So perhaps you can start first. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I feel like I lost my chance to recruit too. So you guys are all very smart. So yeah, I will also. Oh,
it's okay. We will leave it for the Q&A session. You always have the chance.
In the group chat. But yeah, no, I think it's a really good question, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys are all over this already. And I think smart city and fintech, or even insurtech, like what Wilson was showing, it's really it's essential, actually, especially in the whole new Web 3.0. Everything is going to be more digitized in our lifestyle. And, I in my presentation beforehand, I actually mentioned a little bit about how we haven't still fully utilized the power of technology to really close gaps, especially when I talk about the aging community. There's so much more we can do. And by able to capture data through all these technology, whether it's smart city, fintech, insurtech, proptech, even edutech, like this is where we're able to really analyze and understand the needs of every single minority and really reduce that gap, whether it's demographic gaps or space gaps, you name it. So I really do believe that data is the core need to reshaping and reducing inequalities in general.
Okay, thank you, Vivian. So does any speakers have anything to add on, or anyone would like to? Okay, I would like to add on based on Vivian's opinions. If not, maybe we can move on to Venice's comments to this question.
I think how really smart cities is really enable people to connect much easier. Like back in the old days, it's so difficult to access any like charity work or find place for any donations. And I think people in general just wanted to help. It just didn't know how to help. And it's very nice to see there are different platforms, and not just in Hong Kong, but across the globe that enable people to participate in different projects and then connect them to support different parties or groups that they have it hard for. And I think there's what's it called? So a company called a startup called the Time Auctions. Have you heard about them? Like non-profits in Hong Kong. What they do is they're a platform. They have different projects. So whenever you like, you can either donate money or donate your time to them to help a group of people that you feel for. And in return, you get points, and you can use those points in exchange to meet experienced people. So I think that is quite interesting, right? Like back like 10 years ago, you probably don't have this kind of like interesting and this initiative, but now you can really choose what you want to donate. You can donate your time, donate your money, donate your skill sets, and then help everyone that you probably don't know yesterday. So yeah, I think that is just very fascinating and very purposeful.
Yeah, so I do also agree with what Vanessa said, because Vanessa has just shared what her startup is doing is empower the individuals, the creators to have their creation that could be easily launched on the market. Because as you know, if someone, they have their own product, but it's really hard for them to have a sales channel, because most of the time they need to like spend like more than thousands of dollars just do online marketing in like e-commerce or in social media. So what you're actually doing is trying to lower the barriers for the individuals to join in the creation industry. So which is really demonstrate how you reduce the inequalities. Yeah. So I guess we can continue moving on to our FinTech representative of today, Wilson. Yeah, do you have any comments or feedback regarding this topic or question?
Well, actually, I think everybody would like to have a good person to join the company. I think the first step that actually I have asked my colleague to approach the labor department to recruit those with the physical disabilities. They are physically disabled, but not necessarily mentally disabled. So I think it would be good for the employer to employ those with at least mentally more stable to work for a company in a longer term. So I think this should be encouraged, and if we see that as a startup, it may die in 2 or 3 years, but as a business, if you want to have a longer continuity, you need someone to work with loyalty for you. And I believe this would be a good match of employing someone that are mentally good as a normal people, but maybe physically disabled. So yeah, this is the first step that I would like to take the initiative.
Okay, thank you for the sharing from Wilson. So I guess, is there any add-ons from our panel guest speakers regarding the first topic?
Well, maybe I can just add some my 2 cents, because I see the smart city, which I just talked about a lot, so probably I need to give some comments. Well, from our experience, smart city is all about sharing of data, like Vivian said, and it is a very good platform to share the data with the public. One example which is very good is that for some elderlies who are probably not good, the mobility is not very well, and they when they take the bus from probably their home to visit the doctor at some clinic, at some hospital, they have to wait at the bus stop well, during like summer in Hong Kong, which is hot and humid, and they sweating a lot at the bus stop. Rather than doing that, they can get the data from the bus company, see when the bus is coming, like a few minutes very soon, then they can start leaving their home, walking to the bus stop, rather than just waiting there for 30 minutes to get burned. And so this is all about sharing of data. So we hope to see at least in Hong Kong or in Asia, we get more sharing of data from different entities in our society. The transportation department, companies, or whatever, the different shopping mall or different authorities from the government. With that sharing of data, we can help people to optimize their living, to make everything much more easier.
Thank you, German. Yeah, so I guess for now we can move on to the second topic, which is about how can people or industries be benefited by learning or adopting IoT, which means Internet of Things. I guess German has just shared a little bit regarding the first topic. Perhaps we can start with Sarah first, and then we'll move German as the highlighted at the end, because he is the IoT expertise and representative of today. So I will move it, to the end, which means the spotlight. Okay, so we can start with Sarah first.
So well, tying it to, oh, there's an echo. So just tying it to the industry that I'm in, education. So definitely a lot of benefits. Example like automation of routine tasks, and chiming into what everyone was saying earlier, data collection, which things like we're able to monitor student performance or even track analytics from there. And also the benefit to like teachers, for example, educators, where they can implement like professional training tools and share resources and trade best practices. So I think the IoT powered classroom is very important. And in upcoming school years, it will be made possible with gadgets like VR headsets or automation or smart boards that's currently even ongoing based on my experience when I was in Shenzhen, and seeing how the schools in China were actually adopting all this advanced tech that in Malaysia, we weren't at that point. And that was just about 2-3 years ago. And maybe tying it into what like what German was sharing earlier about prop tech, I can see like how IoT is definitely a big win. So before this, I was also in property management. That was my first job many years back. And that was before IoT and all the automation came up. And right now, seeing how things have changed, even if you talk about like prop tech, you can talk about an automated like what do you call that? Automated screen for the windows, where it can filter like if like in Hong Kong you have winter, summer. So when summer comes, and it automatically has this shield of like maybe a tint, definitely bring cost reduction on like electricity, and in a way helping the world. I mean, at the end of the day, we're trying to make sure this place that we're in stays longer, right? So I think you definitely see a lot of not just in one particular industry, but how everything it all chimes together in like a very collaborative manner. So if you, and then that's what I see about it benefiting the world, not just one industry.
Yeah. So the reason why I put it in this question is your style is focusing on STEAM, right? So STEAM technology is part of it. So that's why, and I also understand like IoT is also part of the technology. That's why I would like to see what would be your views and what would be your opinions. Okay, so perhaps we can move on to Vivian. The reason I asked Vivian like this question is because I know you're doing some application that empowers the elderly for more convenient transportation. But I also wonder, like, if there are any potential possibility for your startup to implement related IoT technology to empower what your startup is doing. Yeah.
Definitely. first and foremost, Sarah, you're like a jack of all trades, or property, education, and I think that's a really it's almost the definition at the same time of IoT and even smart city and fintech. It's a connection, right? Exactly, writing on what Sarah said. I'm a newcomer in Hong Kong. I've only been in Hong Kong for like literally two years, not even yet. And when I was in Australia, I was actually in supply chain, and it was how to use supply chain using sensors, using data, using blockchain to really get into how to make things much more efficient. And that's why I came over here. I started thinking about supply chain, logistics with humans now, with the elderlies, and how do we apply that into a community where it's lacking so badly. And so I think, there are actually an age tech business in the industry. There's a lot of new hardwares that they're integrating technology to actually start tracking all of this. And then really trying to connect all the other sort of like apps, such as ourselves, to understand, do they drop? How heavy are they? Then what are their needs? What are the timings? And so I think these are all aspects of IoTs where it's a combination of everything. I really like the graph that German had in his presentation, because it's like, well, yes, that's exactly how many things there are. That translates it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Vivian. So now we come to our spotlight. Sherman, to share about your views on this IoT question.
Well, thank you very much for everyone is the spotlight for tonight. For me, IoT, first, if you learn IoT, you'll get a very high-paid job in Hong Kong right now. So definitely go and learn IoT. And secondly,
especially in German's company. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome everyone. Really, and IoT, from my understanding, is really all about everything. So I can easily connect IoT to every of the guests tonight. Wilson Insurance, I know some insurance companies working with IoT company. They can install sensors in their home, in their properties, and they can connect to the insurance company to protect the premises. And yeah, for elderly, a lot of sensors already installed in the elderly's home, having them to safeguard their daily life. And yeah, STEAM. Every student now is learning about tech, every IoT related subjects. And of course, for retail, we have a lot of customers. I know maybe Vanessa, much better than me that your customer probably is using some IoT technology to trace their logistics to their deliveries. And so it is all about our daily life, everything. So I believe your home will at least have one smart devices or two, at least, that is already IoT a user yourself. So just go and learn, understand more about these things, and it is evolving every day. And so we need to understand and how we can get involved in this IoT wave.
Yeah, thank you for German's sharing. So does any guest would like to have a final add-on, right after German?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
I agree absolutely with German that actually IoT is going to be part of our daily lives. From an insurance perspective, we always come across the issue that sometimes, like workmen, they may not be aware of any risk exposures that they are not able to see. But then it turns out that actually IoT with different devices can give alarm to the workers that a certain place may be a little bit more risk. So they need to take extra attention so as to avoid the risk exposures. That So this is only one of the examples that I'm also thinking to apply IoT on insurance risk. Another example that would be water leakage sensor. Actually, water leakage causes a lot of becomes part of the main one of the main issues on insurance claims. So that's the reason why that I am also talking to some building surveyor, trying to integrate a kind of mobile sensor so that the insurance company or the occupant would be able to give alert in advance, something that they would not be able to see. But with the application of IoT, some of the hidden risk actually can be detected through different devices. So I see that IoT would be a very good future for the application of technology in our daily lives in every aspect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for Wilson's sharing. Okay, so for now, I guess we can move on to our final session, which is the Q&A session. So we offer this precious opportunities for our participants to ask our guest speaker questions. So if you have any question related to smart city, fintech, or the industry that they have just shared, feel free to drop your question in our message box. We will pick your question and then ask our particular guest. Yeah, so I'll give our participants like for 1 to 2 minutes to think about the question. And by the meantime, if you would like to catch up or stay tuned for what we will have in our upcoming 1 to 2 weeks hackathon, you can scan the QR code on the upper right corner. If you would like to join our WhatsApp announcement group, you can scan the first one. But if you're get more likely to the Discord channel, you can also scan the second one. Yeah. So one more thing is like, okay, if you would like to seek for any potential recruitment opportunities, you can also scan the first, the left top corner, the QR code. If you're interested in applying internship for our guest companies, I will connect you with the panel talk speakers very soon. Yeah. So basically that's it. Okay, we got our first question.
Sorry, that's me. I'm being silly.
Okay, see you. Okay, yeah.
But it was for Vanessa. Was Karen you? With the margin craft?
I just got it. No, she's a real person actually. So check out her crafty store. Her crafty store name is Karen Aruba. Very, very interesting story. Really enjoy what she does. She actually collaborated with her father. So it sort of like give her father like a mission to carry on. You know.
Definitely think I found my dad's birthday gift next.
Yeah, I think I found my gifting platform. Like I was just checking it out as well. Like, you know, you just putting in an extra thought in getting that gift.
Oh, fly kisses for you. And we also have a lot of like hagao, you know, hagao, and then Star Fairy, ding ding. Everything Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Okay, finally we got our very first question. This is the real one, not from our panel guest. Okay, so Matthew asked, do you think the current network infrastructure is not yet ready for smart city? There's still a lot of legacy systems yet to retire and prone to single points of failures. I guess this question is pointing to German, right? Because German works on a lot of smart city, smart building solutions. So he would probably come across with these issues very frequently, right?
All right, thank you. And thank you, Matthew, for this great question. This is a very good question because now we are talking about 5G connection here in Hong Kong over the world. And well, I personally, I think actually the infrastructure is there already, because even before 5G, we have different connectivities, like Wi-Fi, and actually in this industry we are working with Zigbee, Z-Wave, LoRa, which is a great technology. Already exists in the market for probably 10 years, and they're evolving every day. And so I think the connectivity infrastructure is there, but the problem is we do not have a platform, a centralized platform to connect everything together. So because not every case you can use your Wi-Fi or your Bluetooth. Sometimes you need to go further on that connectivity, then you use LoRa or other technology. But how can you connect two things on your mobile phone to watch your properties, to connect your senses? Then that is the problem, and that's where we are trying our best to develop a centralized platform to connect technologies and different connectivities.
Okay, thank you, German's answer. So I hope it solves the inquiry from Matthew. Okay, so is there any question? If no, I guess okay, we got another question. So Cheng asked, talking about smart and aging cities, I note that not much electrical or electronics applicants are specifically for elderly. So will smart be the same case in future and the elderly will be marginalized? So I guess this question is coming to you, Vivian.
Yes, it's really, really good. Oh, sorry, really good question. And I think that's why we're here. We're all here to try and make sure that there is no one being left out in this sort of smart city development and growth. And I generally believe that age tech is being more and more involved into the whole smart city sort of scope of development and growth. And I think, even when German was talking about IoTs and all those stuff, and I talked about hardwares being developed, even for the home care, that in itself is already changing. But I think it could change at a more faster rate for sure. And I know that's why I believe you guys are so important, because you guys are going to be the next people who are going to be shaping this whole smart city, even for the aging cities, especially Japan.
Okay, thank you for Vivian. So yeah, I believe we still have some space for 1 to 2 questions. So yeah, really pick this precious opportunity, because our panel guest speaker is, they're founder of their companies. They're extremely busy, so it's not that common that we could have them to answer a question. And specifically, our hackathon theme is related to not just blockchain, but also smart city and fintech. So I guess you guys can also ask more questions regarding the theme that we have offered and the question that we have raised in the theme.
I just want to add on, actually, even say for is it a Ching? Like even say the wheelchair rentals. One of the changes that we're doing is probably putting sensors on the wheelchairs. Even something so small like that actually makes a difference to smart city changes for the aging population. So yeah, I think it doesn't need to be revolutionizing sort of like type of technology that makes a difference. Every little small bit is a part of it.
Okay, thank you, Vivian. So in case there's no more question, okay, I give some buffer time, like 5 seconds. So if there's no question pop up, I would just assume there's a cutoff for the Q&A. Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. All right, we got a final question from Tommy. Okay, so Tommy, you're very lucky. Although originally I'm trying to pause the Q&A session, but you're the last one. Okay, so what Tommy asked is, what is the trend of or the future vision for smart city from a software perspective, since smart city seems to have close connection to hardware technologies. To be more specific, how can we contribute to the smart city? I guess I can answer this question. If you want to contribute to the smart city, please join German's company. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, please, any of the panel speakers, if you have any add-ons, please feel free to turn on your mic. Yeah.
Well, that is the greatest answer from Declan for tonight. Well, I guess I can have some quick answer to this question. And yes, it was disconnected between software and hardware, but now they are merging to each other with each other, and they are evolving faster than we can imagine. Because well, last night I watched a webinar from association which developing a protocol called Matters. Matters is a group of company which involving Apple, Google, Amazon, and the big players in the market. They are talking to create a common protocol within them. So all the devices can talk to each other. You can configure, well, I assume your Google device from your iPhone and vice versa. So in the very coming future, so that's where software and hardware work together, and it is happening right now.
Yeah, I think Tommy also asked this the right question to the right person, because like for German's company, what I know is they're not just working on like hardware, but they are focusing on the software development, how to integrate all the protocols and all the hardwares in together. So if you're a software engineer, yeah, please consider applying his company. Okay, so it's done for the promotion. So okay, is there any question? Last question. We still have 2 minutes to go. Okay, if no more question, then I guess that will be probably the cutoff for the Q&A. Once again, thank you for all the panel guests to spare their time to participate this panel sharing and panel talk. It's really great to have all of you to do sharing and even cover the fire chat session and Q&A session. So, and also thank you for our participants for joining today's webinar as well. So if you would like to stay tuned for our latest updates, again, please scan the QR code to join our WhatsApp group and Discord channel. So that's the end of for today. Thank you so much. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So Rick, you can cut the recording. Thank you again to all the speakers for coming here. It was really instructive, and it was terribly good and instructive for all of us. I'm particularly amused by the fact that you guys really had some kind of relation build up over the panel talk. I really appreciate this. I think it was one of our better events overall. And also, Vanessa, if you can link me to where I can buy whatever cup you're using to drink, I would love this. Maybe I can buy it directly on your website. All right, that's all for me. Thank you very much. And I hope to.
Thank
you.
you. Bye, guys.